Chosen soul, please listen with all your heart. What I'm about to share is no coincidence. It is a message from the divine meant specifically for you. This is not chance. It is a clear sign. The Creator has broken the silence just so you can hear His voice. The waiting is over. The prayers that once seemed to vanish into the void have now been answered. God is whispering, "I'm sorry." Not as an admission of fault, but as a powerful comfort paired with a sacred promise. A new reality is unfolding. A truth so powerful it will completely rewrite the story of your life. The invisible chains that have held you captive are dissolving. Your silent desires and whispered prayers are closer than ever. They are no longer distant hopes. They are becoming reality. This is not just a shift in thinking. It is a resurrection of your spirit, a leap beyond ordinary understanding. You are standing at the threshold of a divine destiny, one that was designed long before you became aware of yourself. But know this clearly. To receive the gift that's coming, you must align with the present moment. You must step fully into now with an open heart, ready to receive all that God has carefully prepared for you. The entire universe is waiting for your response, and the first signal is action. Pause. Show that you're ready. Like, follow, and become part of a growing community. Over 95,000 called souls walking together into a new destiny. Comment with the number 99, a symbol of divine connection, a light that amplifies the spiritual frequency of this message. If you are the chosen one, you will feel this truth all the way through. Because deep within, your soul has always known. Truth is calling your name. But if you hesitate, if you doubt, this sacred opportunity may pass like the wind. The silence has been broken. The moment is now. God is whispering to you. Are you ready to open the door? Step in. A brand new chapter of your life begins right now. After what felt like endless silence, heaven is finally speaking. And these words will touch the deepest part of you. I'm sorry. Not because you or I did something wrong, but because this is divine compassion in its purest form. God sees everything, the sleepless nights, the quiet tears, the unanswered questions. These are not the words of a distant deity, but the heartbeat of a loving Creator, one who has walked with you through every trial, every sorrow, and every moment of endurance. That sacred apology is not an admission of error. It is divine acknowledgment that you have endured too much. It's as if God gently places His hand on your shoulder and says, "I saw it all. The times you broke down, the chaos, the loneliness. But I never left you. I've been preparing you for this very moment." These are not empty words. They carry healing straight from the unseen realm. He was never absent. He was working in silence. He has crafted a crown for you in the darkness, where you walked barefoot through fire. And now the silence has lifted. A holy door has opened. The conversation between you and the universe will never be closed again. You are no longer lost. You are stepping into a moment of revelation that will transform every cell in your body and realign every part of your life. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. And now, at last, you are understood. Maybe you felt like your voice disappeared into the void, but every tear you've shed has reached the heart of the divine. No pain has gone unnoticed. God has seen it all. Every moment you collapsed, every lonely night you endured. You thought you cried in silence, but every tear was a loud cry that echoed through the heavens. You've questioned your purpose, your faith, your path ahead, and even when you whispered in desperation, "Does anyone hear me?" The answer is now crystal clear. God was always there. He has watched your every step, witnessed every silent battle. The truth is, your pain was never wasted. The very ground where you once fell is the soil where God planted the strongest seeds: perseverance, faith, and hope. And now, those seeds are rising. You are stepping into a sacred moment where your tears become the very water that nourishes your God-given purpose. Silence was never indifference. It was the season in which God was laying your foundation. He didn't reject you. He was shaping you. Sometimes what looks like a delay is actually divine alignment. Just like a warrior forged in fire, you have been refined for a greater mission. And now a new chapter is unfolding. This is no longer a time for waiting in uncertainty. This is the moment to listen, more clearly and deeply than ever before. The fog of doubt is lifting, and the light of truth is breaking through. In the coming days, you will hear, not with your ears, but with your soul. Be ready. What's coming will not only change your circumstances, it will transform you. It will all begin when you stop resisting. True alignment happens when your heart no longer wrestles with the Creator's plan, but begins to flow with it. That's when your inner compass, long misaligned, suddenly finds true north. You'll begin to see why certain people left your life, why some doors closed, and why certain pains were necessary. Because now, everything is starting to connect, not just intellectually, but with a clarity that rises from the deepest part of your spirit. You're entering a new divine order, where your thoughts, desires, and actions align with the heartbeat of heaven. What once took a decade may now happen in a moment. The questions that once overwhelmed you will now become fuel for your calling. And the most amazing part, this isn't a fleeting experience. It's the foundation of a whole new way of living. You are being aligned to step fully into heaven's greater plan. There's a difference between being guided and being led by God Himself. When you're guided, you receive signs. But when He takes your hand, you no longer need signs. You walk with Him, one step at a time. You stop leaning on your own limited understanding because His presence becomes your light. In this sacred season, you'll begin to notice things that once seemed like random coincidences: meeting the right person at the perfect moment, receiving confirmation for things you've never said aloud, all of it divinely orchestrated. This is not coincidence. This is a clear sign. You are walking in direct alignment with God's leading. He is no longer distant. He is right beside you. Maybe you've seen the letter M on your palm and thought nothing of it. But it's not just a line. It's a spiritual seal, a mark impressed upon those chosen for a higher mission. Within the next 10 days, that mark will awaken. Not as a metaphor, but as a gateway to supernatural abilities, increased spiritual discernment, prophetic dreams, and unshakable peace in the midst of storms. Your hands won't just touch the world, they will unlock miracles. Because you weren't just chosen, you are being activated. And that moment is now. Pay attention to the shift in how others perceive and respond to you. Your presence is beginning to carry weight, no longer overlooked, but now drawing attention and influence. Places that once felt frozen and closed off are starting to move again. A deep awakening is unfolding, and you are at the very center of it. From the very first day of this 10-day journey, the atmosphere around you will feel different. Whether it comes as a fleeting thought, a sudden image in your mind, or an unshakable sense you can't quite name, you will know something new has begun. You will start to see yourself through the eyes of the Creator as someone valuable, purposeful, and irreplaceable in His grand design. For too long, lies have worn you down, that you are not enough, not chosen, or that it is too late for you. But the light of day one shatters all of that. God is unveiling to you an ancient design, a plan written for you long before you were born. You will remember dreams you once buried. You will feel yourself coming alive again, with clarity, passion, and a profound sense of "this is why I'm here." From there, a flow of purpose will rush into your life. No more endless questions about your existence. Instead, you will declare, "I am ready." Day one is the spark, and once it ignites, nothing can put it out. Days 2 through 5 will be the time to act, no more waiting passively. God will not only reveal, but also call you to step forward, and every step of obedience will open a new door, not by your strength, but because you are moving in alignment with a divine plan. You will speak words you once feared to speak. You will do things you once thought you were incapable of doing. And here lies the key. God will guide every step. You are the catalyst for a divine chain reaction. Every small act could set in motion something far greater than you can imagine. The nights on this journey will not be ordinary moments of rest. They will be sacred times. They will be the space where heaven whispers to you. Every dream, every moment you wake in the middle of the night could be a visitation from above. Do not miss it. Keep a journal near you. You may find yourself writing down prophetic dreams, words of love, or specific instructions for the day ahead. The final 3 days of this journey will be the holiest of all. Not loud, not showy, but full of power. This is when the hidden things will be revealed. The missing pieces of the puzzle will fall into place. You will see the next phase of your journey clearly. The people you need to meet, the places you will be led to, and the role you are about to step into. This is no coincidence. This is a moment long appointed. And it begins with your yes, to be ready, to be awake, to move forward. Heaven is shifting, and you are a part of it. You are stepping into a time when signs, confirmations, and even visions will no longer feel distant. They will not come to impress you, but to affirm that you are on the right path. When God gives you perfect peace, every pain, every waiting season, every silent battle you've endured will find its purpose. The hidden wars, the quiet tears, the sleepless nights, they have all led you here. The road ahead has no room for vague doubts. The questions that once kept you awake at night will find their answers. Your calling will no longer sound like a distant, muffled voice. Now it will be clear, direct, and deeply imprinted on your soul. You will no longer ask, "Who am I?" but will proclaim, "This is who I was born to be." Old wounds will no longer be symbols of pain, but medals of courage. What once broke you will now become the very tool that lifts others up. God is weaving meaning into the hardest parts of your story. Every pain now becomes the starting point for healing and restoration, not only for you, but for those you will touch. Once divine purpose is revealed, do not hesitate. Clarity is the call. What you receive is not just for reflection, but for action. And you will not walk this road alone. Heaven's backing will be with you. Help, protection, and wisdom will stay by your side. You are not called because you are perfect, but because you did not give up. You are still standing after every battle, and that alone proves you are ready for more. This is not a reward, it is a spiritual commissioning. You are being invited to lead, to heal, to speak truth, even when others stay silent. A sacred shift is happening. The crown is placed upon your head, not because you demanded it, but because you endured to carry it. The moment is not someday, it is now. The heavenly gates have opened and the true journey begins. You no longer need outside confirmation. You are the living evidence of the call. Your mission is not a title, it is a lifestyle, an influence, a transformation of every space you enter. That is why you have always felt everything was bigger, because you were born for greatness. God does not send you empty-handed. He sends you with power, with peace, and with full preparation. Step forward without fear. This 10-day journey is not just about change, it is about rising. The awakening of your true self. You are not late, not behind, not out of time. You are right on time. A season is coming when you will no longer have to strive to be seen or chosen. Doors you once thought were impossible will open on their own, not because you pushed them, but because heaven had already arranged for them to be ready before you even approached. Picture yourself walking quietly along the path when suddenly a door you've never seen before swings wide open. It doesn't need your knock. It opens because you were destined to walk through it. This is the moment when the right circumstances, the right people, and the right opportunities converge, not by chance, but by the divine hand that has been orchestrating it all along. You are stepping into a season where heavenly intervention becomes a normal part of your life. You may find yourself wondering, why is everything happening so quickly? Why are the opportunities that once felt out of reach suddenly waiting for me? The answer is simple. You have entered a new frequency of grace, where divine power is manifesting more strongly than ever before. It is your obedience and agreement that have released heaven's favor. You are now witnessing your journey becoming lighter because of supernatural guidance, not luck, not coincidence, but a heavenly strategy designed to bless you without the endless struggle. This is the era of spiritual acceleration, where the door that leads you home swings open before your very eyes. Be ready for the extraordinary. Your name will be spoken in places of influence and authority where your feet have not yet stepped. People with power and responsibility will know of you even before they meet you. This is no accident. It is the silent preparation of the one who ordains your steps, building your reputation in the unseen realm. Picture yourself waiting quietly while leaders, advisors, and partners speak your name with respect and expectation. Your story, your gifts, and your potential will go before your physical presence. This is how God strategically positions you, a journey of deep faith into the very center of divine authority. When your name is spoken in those rooms, it will be a sign of favor, connection, and divine commissioning. Your influence will no longer be limited or hidden. It will expand, confirming your calling. Open your heart to unexpected connections, for they are clear signs that you are stepping into a higher realm of spiritual authority. When the appointed time comes, the doors will open wide. You will be welcomed because your name carries the endorsement of God Himself. His provision will no longer be a distant hope, but a reality unfolding before you. Financial breakthroughs once thought impossible will be released from heaven to meet your needs and fuel the purpose you are called to pursue. This will not be the result of mere earthly effort. It will be the flow of divine supply, provision beyond earthly limits. Picture debts erased, resources increasing, and opportunities arriving exactly when you need them. Whether it's a promotion, a business blessing, or an unexpected favor, God stands ready to release supernatural abundance. The breakthroughs you receive will not only satisfy personal needs, they will overflow. Your cup will be so full it runs over, spreading generosity and inner freedom. Financial chains that held you back for so long will break apart, and God will transform lack into abundance. But remember this, these blessings are not just for you. They come with the privilege of kingdom service. What you receive is meant to be shared, used to bless others, support divine purposes, and invest in eternal values. This season is the time when heaven equips you to fulfill your mission. You will not move alone. Connections, provision, and strength from above will accompany you. God is orchestrating divine relationships, kingdom connections, not through ordinary transactions, but through destiny encounters that advance and support your calling. This is when you will sense heaven's hand weaving a tapestry of support around your life. You will be introduced to wise and influential people who will shift your path forward. These encounters may come when you least expect them, but they will carry great significance. Every relationship will be a golden thread in the fabric of your divine destiny. Be open and genuine with others, for kingdom relationships require trust, shared vision, and spiritual alignment. God is sending you the right partners, those who will encourage, support, and propel you toward the fulfillment of your calling. Ultimately, the healing and restoration you are receiving are not temporary. They are complete and enduring. Hidden wounds, physical pain, and emotional scars will gradually dissolve under the living stream of God. You will feel relief, a surge of renewed energy, and every cell within you will be restored. This is the miracle unfolding for you today. The exhaustion and illnesses that once bound you will no longer define the chapters of your life. You are stepping out of a season limited by pain, both physical and emotional, into a realm of lasting peace. Inner turmoil, silent fears, and invisible battles will begin to give way to stability, clarity, and the hope of renewal. Your soul, once marked by hurt and disappointment, will start to heal gently under the tender love of God. Emotional bruises will be soothed. Bitterness will fade away. And in its place, you will experience a profound inner renewal. The healing you are about to receive is not simply patching up broken pieces. It is a rebirth. When God touches you, He does not just heal, He reshapes you, ushering you into an entirely new season where you are not only restored but also equipped and strengthened. You will not emerge as the same person you were. You will rise with inner strength and resilience you never knew you had. In this stage, you may not get answers to every question you have carried, but you will receive responses far beyond what you expected, divine revelations that may come unexpectedly in a quiet prayer, a vivid dream, or a seemingly random conversation. These truths will unlock a new level of understanding, illuminating your true identity and life's purpose with striking clarity and depth. You will realize that the challenges that once kept you awake at night were, in fact, the very keys to your breakthrough. God is fitting together pieces you never knew were connected, building a picture far greater than human reasoning could imagine. The insights you are about to gain will transform the trajectory of your spiritual life and your journey ahead. Prepare yourself for answers that may require you to shift direction, release old plans, or embrace something entirely new. Yet rest assured, every revelation from God flows from a place of love and a higher purpose. You are being invited to step deeper into a truth that only heaven can reveal. This is not just a personal breakthrough, it is a turning point for your entire bloodline. Spiritual barriers, generational curses, and outdated patterns are breaking because of your obedience. You are not living only for yourself. You are paving the way for those who come after you, your children, your family, even those you have yet to meet. Every act of obedience, every sincere prayer is like a hammer shattering the walls that have confined generations before you. You are not a victim. You are the key bearer, entrusted with divine authority to release a new flow of freedom into your family line. The breakthrough you experience will not end with you. It will become a legacy a sacred flame passed on, rewriting the spiritual history of your entire household. And you are not alone. God is fighting alongside you, strengthening you, guiding you, and securing victory at every step. Your waiting season, no matter how long or difficult, is coming to an end. Blessings once delayed are now on their way with a speed you have never seen before. What once felt like denial will now feel like overflow. Doors you thought were locked tight will swing open before your eyes. Every delay had a purpose, to prepare you for the sudden increase, both materially and spiritually. You will witness blessings pouring down like rain after a long drought, greater, faster, and deeper than anything you imagined. And when it comes, know this: it is not just about receiving, it is about being positioned. Alongside this, the spiritual gifts within you, whether forgotten, buried, or never before discovered, are being awakened. Whether you are called to prophesy, to heal, to lead, or to carry divine wisdom, in this season, every gift will be ignited and amplified. You will begin to witness miracles unfold, receive unmistakable guidance, and act with an authority that will astonish both you and those around you. These gifts will no longer be mere abilities. They will become instruments in your hands to uplift, heal, and inspire others. This is the rebirth of your spiritual identity, a version of you that is bold, clear, and full of faith. You will no longer be the one desperately searching for peace in the midst of panic. Instead, peace itself will dwell within you, a peace the world cannot give and the world cannot take away. Though storms may rage around you, your inner being will stand unshaken, like a mighty tree with roots deep in solid ground. And then you will realize everything that once exhausted you, made you doubt, or pushed you to the brink of giving up, was only the opening chapter. The next chapter is victory. The fear that once haunted you will no longer control your heart. Your soul will find profound rest in the loving presence of God. The peace He gives does not come from the world and cannot be swayed by circumstances. It is a divine steadiness rooted in His unchanging nature. It is a shelter in the storm, a shield for your heart and mind. Clothe yourself with this peace each day as with armor. When doubt creeps in and the enemy's whispers try to steal your joy, remind yourself that you live under God's protection. Nothing that happens in the shadows escapes heaven's sight. Every whispered prayer, every silent tear, and every hidden spiritual battle you have endured, God remembers them all. And now, He is preparing to bring you into the light. The recognition you are about to receive is not to please people, but is a seal from heaven. A divine confirmation that your faithfulness has never been in vain. Your quiet obedience will become a public testimony. Your story will awaken faith in those struggling in darkness, helping them believe that breakthrough is real. Be ready, for doors once tightly shut will suddenly open, at work, in your community, and even in ministries you never imagined stepping into. Those who once overlooked you will begin seeking you out, for counsel, for wisdom, and for the presence of God radiating from your life. It is God Himself declaring, "I have been with you in your darkest days, and now I am revealing your true worth." Step into this moment with a humble, grateful heart. This is heaven's reward for the unseen battles you have fought. This is the foundation upon which you will lift and strengthen the faith of others. Perhaps you have suffered losses you thought you could never recover from, but remember, God is not only the comforter, He is the restorer, and He never returns things as they were. He brings them back in greater measure. Prepare for a season in which everything that was lost, dreams, relationships, health, finances, will not only return, but will return in fullness and abundance. God's restoration is a heavenly act, where every loss is exchanged for joy, hope, and renewed purpose. You will see your heart healed, your vision expanded, and your confidence rise stronger than ever before. The coming change will propel you forward at a pace you have never experienced. Lack will be replaced by overflow, and every limitation that once held you back will be shattered. This will stand as living proof that the love and righteousness of God never run dry. And in this season, God is not only restoring what was lost, He is awakening your voice. A new influence is rising. What you speak, write, and share will begin to carry spiritual weight that shifts atmospheres and changes destinies. Whether you communicate through words, images, or leadership, your influence will reach places you have never set foot in before. You will be called to share vision, wisdom, and experience across many platforms. What you release will heal, uplift, and propel others into their own divine journey. It is time for you to hide no longer. Boldness is being called forth. Your voice is a tool from heaven, and now is the moment for it to resound with clarity, authority, and purpose.